So my name is Evan Lugopolsky, and I'm going to be talking about the pros and cons of technology in manufacturing. So technology is changing the world in ways we may not even think about. One way is definitely in manufacturing. And as technology continues to increase in manufacturing, we may have to stop and kind of ask ourselves, is it for better or worse? And in what ways is it better or worse that we start incorporating technology more and more in manufacturing? And I've seen both sides of this issue firsthand from my experiences working in high-tech manufacturing companies. So I'll be analyzing both sides of the matter and discussing the pros and the cons of this increasingly important issue. Before I get into the pros and cons, I want to define what I mean by technology in manufacturing. So when I say technology, I mean machine automation, information systems, and robotics, or basically anything that kind of replaces or reduces the need for human interaction and labor. So what are the benefits of technology in manufacturing? Well, the first and probably most significant thing is increased efficiency. So as technology advances, the time, costs, and ease of production all improve. Things like automated equipment, robots, everything like that costs less over time than human labor does. And in many cases, it's actually much faster and again more efficient. So advanced equipment also introduces new capabilities in the manufacturing field, meaning it opens doors for creating new and better products as well as kind of the variety of products that we can produce. So if you look at cars in the 1900s compared to now, or the early 1900s, they were very boxy, flat shaped, square, easy to make, all black. Um, but compared to now, technological advances is what allows us to create the sleek and stylish cars that we have today, and kind of give us that variety. Or, I mean, now you can even order or custom order exactly how you want your car and then submit it online, and then you get your custom ordered car just the way that you entered it on your order. So definitely that's one of the ways that technology is kind of changing manufacturing, and probably for the better in that case. Another benefit of automated equipment is increased quality. So what I mean there is high-tech equipment kind of allows us to achieve higher precision and repeatability and eliminate a lot of the human errors in our products. So definitely a benefit there. Technology reduces the need for human interaction. With regards to machinery, this kind of means that there's a reduced risk for injury because people aren't in proximity of moving parts and safety hazards and some of this heavy equipment as frequently as they were in the past. Now you kind of have a machine enclosed in a cage, and the worker is outside of that cage by a computer telling the machine what to do from a safe distance. So definitely improve safety in a lot of ways with some of the new technological advances. So another main aspect of technology in manufacturing has to do with information technology, not so much the automated machinery and things that we're starting to see. Um, but with the internet and increased capabilities of computers, databases, and data integration, communication throughout supply chains are more seamless than ever before. So this reduces, again, errors, lead times, and customer satisfaction because, like my example before with the car or shoes, you can submit an order just the way that you want it, and it goes straight to the company that you're ordering it from, and they make it exactly as you put it in. So it's seamless. It goes straight from customer to manufacturer and then back to customer. But again, there's always two sides to everything, and technology is definitely no exception. There are negatives to consider in the discussion of technology's role in manufacturing. So first of all, advanced technology comes at a higher cost. While it may pay for itself over time and be a good long-term investment, companies need to have the initial capital to purchase these new technologies. This can create what's called a barrier to entry, meaning that new companies or smaller companies or entrepreneurs have a harder time penetrating certain markets because they can't, or they don't have the capital because they're smaller or just beginning to compete with these more established, longer running companies that have a lot of this high technology. Um, so what this does is then, in theory, this decreases the competition and innovation among manufacturing companies. So a new company might have a great idea, but they aren't able to compete or even get their product out there because they don't have the technology to produce it at a rate compared to other companies that are out there. So if companies are able to afford the new technology, there are some more downsides. Another one is the learning curve involved with some of these leading edge tools. So if a company is either new to a certain technology, or maybe they're always trying to be on the leading edge of technology and they're always trying to buy the latest and greatest thing, well, there's always kind of a learning curve there. So you're going to have to do a lot of experimentation and testing in order to kind of dial in and optimize your performance. This can be another setback, further delaying your return on investment then. So companies also need to consider the limitations of technology. While technology offers a lot of new and things that we haven't had in the past, it does have some limitations, because computers aren't as smart as people yet, and they aren't able to do a lot of the things that humans are capable of. So automation and computers are very good at doing repetitive tasks or simple things. You can set a machine to do one simple thing, and it can run 100,000 of them and never get tired. That's definitely a benefit of technology, but making it do 10,000 different things throughout a day is definitely never a good choice. A human option is always going to be better there. So definitely some limitations for technology. So increasing the amount of technology in manufacturing also increases our reliance on technology then. So machines break and disasters happen. So what are companies supposed to do then? Either companies will be left kind of without a paddle, or if they're proactive enough, maybe they'll have a contingency plan. But that requires time and resources to develop and maintain things like that. So definitely another downside there. And probably the biggest con of technology in manufacturing is that it decreases the need for human workers. And in most cases, companies don't just replace workers with robots and eliminate jobs necessarily. That's not the issue. The issue is more that while the economy and population are growing, job openings aren't, because a lot of the growth is coming from technology, not from the expanding population and expanding economy. So companies are making up for the increased demand with technology, not hiring more people. That's kind of the issue. What this means is that, of course, the employment rate is increasing and it's becoming harder to employ people. But another thing that's impacting employees in manufacturing sector is an income disparity, because as technology increases, the need for skilled labor and craftsmanship, kind of like those medium level or skill level workers, that's kind of disappearing because computers and technology are making it so that basically you have an employee that you basically just load a machine and push a button. There's no real thought involved anymore. Or the other side of it is that you have a highly educated, highly skilled employee like an engineer or something who's programming these machines then. So you have very low skilled labor and very high skilled labor and no in between, so it's creating an income disparity. So there's definitely no question that technology is changing our world. Um, it is important that manufacturing companies move forward, as they move forward, that they consider both sides of how it's impacting our society, most definitely. So I hope that kind of gives a good broad picture of the pros and cons of technology in manufacturing. Thank you.